I just wanted some sauce on those zingers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Just want to do a quick announcement. Tomorrow, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I will be having a Thanksgiving Eve marathon stream. I'll have a link to that below in the description and top pinned comment. We'll be having a good time there. I'll be playing some games, and we'll be going more into Phil and Asmongold. So I hope to see you there. Again, link below in the description and top pin comment to that scheduled stream. So anyway, I made a short on this situation too, but I thought that I needed to elaborate on it more in a full length video. So I just talked about this yesterday. The pricing of the Steam machine is becoming a concern. We know that Valve is not going to subsidize it, which I get. They're not a normal console manufacturer. They're not like Sony, Microsoft, were Microsoft and Nintendo. When you get a console, when you buy a PS5, when you buy a Switch 2, just pick a conventional console, the company subsidizes them, meaning that they're selling them at a loss because they want you to get that console in your home. So you're buying accessories from Sony, Microsoft, or Nintendo. You're buying games through their stores, and they get a cut of everything. So even though they're taking a loss on the console, they're making the money back and quite a bit more on the stuff that you purchase through their ecosystem. Valve isn't doing that, which I get it. They're not, like I said, a conventional console manufacturer. But in the way things are going right now, with RAM prices going through the roof because AI data centers are gobbling all of it up, how everything is just becoming more expensive, Valve does have the cash, or maybe they should have thought about subsidizing it. And listen, man, let's keep it real. Most people are just going to keep SteamOS on there. I'm sure some people would put Windows, but I think that's going to be, maybe exception is a strong word, but it's not going to be a super common thing. And Valve would make plenty of money by having their set-top box be under someone's TV at a subsidized price than not being under their TV at all. And there were some people, like yesterday I was talking about how Linus Tech Tips went out to Valve headquarters to check out the Steam machine. And when he asked about pricing, it's kind of like the air got sucked out of the room. And it's like, well, it'll be competitive with PCs with the same specs, which isn't very promising, especially when you include the fact that minus the SSD, it's not upgradable. The only thing that you could replace an upgrade, if you could call it an upgrade inside the Steam machine, is the SSD, which, especially if you buy the 512 gigabyte one, I suggest you do. Put your own memory in there, put your own storage, you upgrade it, you do the little extra legwork, and you'll save yourself a bunch of money. But whatever, this video isn't about SSD suggestions for the Steam Deck. It's about something that surprised me. So here is the video that I filmed. I was going into a Best Buy, and I see, it's the holiday season, Black Friday, Thanksgiving's coming up, blah, 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 blah. And I knew they were going to have like gaming PCs there, but I'm thinking because of, I understand companies stockpile things before price increases, but I'm still thinking with how everything is going up that there is going to be no good deals with gaming PCs this year, right? No, there is. And I'm like, oh my God, this is another reason why the Steam machine and Valve should be concerned, because you could get a fully upgradable PC for what I'm thinking is essentially going to be the same price or maybe slightly more. Here is the video. Let's take a look at it.
Just wanted to show you something. I'm at Best Buy real quick. This is why I have grave concerns about the Steam machine. This is the...
Yeah, look at that price right there. $779 for a conventional gaming PC. I'm not saying it's an amazing one, but it's a good starter gaming PC, if not more than a good starter gaming PC. And the parts are upgradable. And let's keep it real. The Steam machine is going to be around this price point that you're looking at. Let's not joke ourselves. It may be, even if it's $600, going for something like this with an upgrade path is more logical than having, yes, I understand it's a set-top box. You could put it under your TV, but you could still put a PC like this in your living room. Trust me, I've done it before, and it actually fits in quite nicely. But let's continue.
I buy power. This is $780. You get a 14400F, which is nothing to write home about, but still fine for a budget gaming.
But you could upgrade it later on. I upgraded mine to a 14900K. It was a very similar rig to this, except it had a 4060 8 gigabyte. And that rig is still working to this day. with the 14900K in it. Should I have put it in there? Probably not, but you can, and that's my point with these computers, which are probably going to be the same price or in the same ballpark as the Steam Machine. You're getting better performance because the 5060, I just looked it up, compared to the similar GPU that's going to be inside the Steam Machine, is still a better performer, and they both have the same VRAM size. And on top of it, again, if once this GPU becomes outdated, you can upgrade to something new down the line without having to upgrade the entire computer. You could just upgrade one component at a time.
NVIDIA GeForce RTX 560, which is newer tech than what's in the Radeon GPU inside of the Steam Machine. 16 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte NVMe. The base model is only going to be 512 gigabytes. They also got this one.
I was meaning the Steam Machine right there. It's going to be 512 gigabytes. So maybe for around the same price, you're getting more storage, which, let's keep it real, 1 terabyte in 2025 is absolutely nothing. So imagine what 512 gigabytes in the Steam Machine is going to be. But then there was this computer that absolutely blew me away. Take a look at this one for a little bit more money than that other computer I just showed you.
Right here. $829. This is actually the one I would go with. This is actually a really good deal, not trying to plug anything for Best Buy, but you get the Ryzen 7 8700F, which is an 8-core CPU, AMD Radeon RX 7700, 16.
And there it is. For $829, you are also getting the RX 7700, which is considered vastly superior to the 7600, which is equivalent to what's going to be in the Steam Machine. This has, for the RX 7700, not only does it have double the frame buffer or VRAM, it also has 40 compute units as opposed to the Steam Machine's 28 compute units. So much better card. But I'll stop talking for a second. I know this short has me blabbering for a little bit more.
Gigabytes of VRAM, double what the Steam Machine is going to have. 16 gigs DDR5, 32 would be nice, but there's a dedicated GPU, so if you're just gaming on this, not too big of an issue. Bigger base storage, and both of these are what Valve is kind of hinting at the Steam Machine will cost. If it's cheaper, great, but if it's in this price point, why the hell would you get the Steam Machine over something like this?
Especially if this thing, at this price, if you could, I know it's the holidays, and what do they say the original price is? Really, it's sub $1,000. I bet you that's going to change in the future. But $829, actually, that kind of proves the point even more. This computer, even at that price, is pretty damn good. $989.99, I believe. $829, this is a hell of a deal. This is an 8-core, 16-thread CPU. Double the VRAM. 40 compute units as opposed to 28. Again, with the CPU inside of the Steam Machine is only going to be a 6-core, 12-thread CPU. So there you go. Another improvement upon the Steam Machine right there. The 16 gigabytes of RAM, yeah, that's paltry. It's the bare minimum in 2025, but you could upgrade that. What can't you do with the RAM inside the Steam Machine? 1 terabyte PCIe SSD. I wish it was more even at this price point, but whatever. But the rest of this machine, minus the storage, is a really good deal. And the rest of the machine, besides the storage, is a really damn good deal. And again, unlike the Steam Machine, every part here, especially because it's AMD, definitely has an upgrade path. So this is much more future resistant than the Steam Machine could ever imagine to be. So listen, man, I'm not trying to be a doomer about the Steam Machine, and I know I did a 180 quickly where I was very excited, but when Linus Tech Tips talked about, and I missed this in the beginning, when he talked about how they went out to Valve headquarters, and when they asked about the price, you could kind of see like the energy just get sucked out of the room. That means the price can't be good, because here is the thing. They may have not been willing to say the price, but if they knew they secured enough stock and inventory and memory, and they bought from their vendors and have everything stockpiled so they could sell it at a decent price, they may have not told you the price, but they would have flexed it more. Now they're just not saying anything. And when you have computers like the ones I just showed you that are going to be in the same ballpark, yes, the Steam Machine will be smaller, it'll be prettier, and it'll look cooler under your TV. but you're actually kind of hurting your own wallet by going with the Steam Machine as opposed to one of these computers that I just showed you. I'm not like affiliated with Best Buy. I don't have any links in this video to go buy something from Best Buy. I'm just keeping it real with you. And on top of it too, say you want to turn, especially that second computer I showed you, that's all AMD. If you want to turn it into a Steam Machine, it's pretty damn easy to do. And on top of it, down the line, you could upgrade parts, you could add more RAM, you could get a better GPU, you could even get a better CPU down the line. And on top of it, it could be a Steam Machine, an upgradable Steam Machine that will be in the same price ballpark as the actual Steam Machine. And this is what Valve should be concerned with, because we are concerned as consumers. Because if it's too much money with computers like this, what the hell is the point of the Steam Machine? This is Rich Tomorrow, signing out. Have a good one.